Miss, I'm going to talk about this in a moment. So yes, that's it for me. I hope you have a great time.
Hello, my name is Juan. I'm gonna talk about the innovation in the institutions. As we know, the institutions and in our country are public or private, and we only know that we go to these institutions to learn to take classes, but we don't know which is the function, what do this institution to help the education. And for this, I'm gonna talk about 2 points. The first one is it must follow a framework that responds and adjusts to demands of modern education. As we know, the higher education must face the challenge that can bring the new things. These institutions must see it as opportunities, the opportunity of adapting to new things, for example, the new technologies that with the help of this institution can producing, creating, helping to teach in a better way. So the first part of this is the institution, one of the church of supervision of health is in the part, as I said, the technology. The institution for help to teaching provides in all elements can help the students and the teachers. Things as the science, the chairs, the computers, the uh, blackboards, the projectors, all these material elements that help the teaching. It's how the institutions help, is how innovate because adapting to the new eras. As I said, for example, when start the online classes, the institution must adapt to this. Must to help the teachers showing the correct way of teaching, the platforms, applications, and other things. So the other part of the institution is that always be focused on the teacher that be doing a correct work. That is the another point that said an association between the technological and the didactic must be contemplated. So whether classes be face-to-face or virtual, always must be a correct balance between the teachers and the technological because classes, the teaching cannot be doing without teachers, not only with help of technology, not functions in these ways. It's very necessary the helping of the humans, the human part in this case, the teacher, because for example, in the case of teaching a foreign language as English, we cannot only learn what we read or what we learn in documents because many students not learn in this way as my classmate Jessica said. It's necessary that teachers helps to learn in a better way, adapting, for example, the topics to the daily life. For example, making sentences about what we do every day, or for example, what music we listen, what kind of videos we watch. And is this why the human place must be always actualized? But in this case, is the function of the institution, not only the teacher. The teacher play an important part must be actualized and all, but the institution it must is which provides the tools to the teacher be better. If the institution not evaluate the work of the teacher, if only know that the teacher is working but not see how it's working, the the problem is not of the teacher, it's of the institution because it's which supervise the teacher. For example, in this case, and um, the schools of the government only make reforms and brings new information from the authors, and is which the institution plays an important part of this. And next is
I am going to talk about the way how professors support this innovation. In this part, we are going to have three principal sections. The first one will be innovation with connection. The second one, innovation that needs courage. And the third one that will be innovation demands practice. In the first one, the meaning defines that if a teacher wants to innovate in a classroom, he needs to have connection with the students. Because when you have this connection with the students, you can realize what necessities do they have and where are the strong and the weakness parts that they have. If you're able to identify these important issues in a classroom, you can be sure that your innovation will be according to the necessities they have. In the second one, we have that innovation is courage. This is an important part because the innovation is not something that people just do, or is not really normal in the educational section. Even if you're checking from high school, middle school, universities, the main ones that try to improve and apply the innovations are always the universities. If you go to a middle school, to a high school, it will be strange to find a teacher applying the innovation. Why? Because the innovation needs a lot of courage, needs a lot of trust on yourself and know how to do it, because it's not something so easy to apply, because the reality we have between an innovation and a new strategy is really short. The difference is really short. And in the third one, innovation demands practice. This point explains that as a lot of things in the real life, innovation is something that needs practice. At the first moment, you can't innovate in an efficient way because you will be trying and failing, trying and failing. And this issue is very normal if you are entering in this world of innovation. But the main part about all of this is that the teacher should try to practice it. If the teacher starts practicing, applies the connection, and with courage, he also applies it, he will be giving a really good innovation in the classroom. Okay, so these are the three main points that how a professor can support innovation in a classroom: the connection, the courage, and the practice.